What's up guys? In today's guide I'm going to show you how you can be a tier 3 Enderman with around 10 million in gear, or maybe around 10 to 30 million, but based on any used numbers it's around 10 million at most. But I've actually done the math. Most of these gears go for around 5 million, but they have wisdom 5 on it, and you just do not need that for this setup. All you need is, you might need 10k kills, but I don't think you gotta go that far. You could probably go for I think it's 5,000 and a zombie heart, which is I think the lowest one you could go, and that goes for around 500,000. And the equipment I have is Rift Necklace, Ender Cloak, Ender Belt, and Ender Gauntlet. They're very low mid-tier equipment, but again, you do not need much for this. You need an Enderman, 92 is what I have. And for your weapons, you're just going to want a Void Edge Katana, and you do not need ultimate wise. Mana is not an issue for this setup. You do not need ultimate wise, but you do probably need a healing item like the Wand of Atonement. You could actually go lower, I think. 1 tier lower than the Wand of Atonement, and you'd probably still be fine. Aspect of the end, not very necessary. I didn't really use it, so if you want, you could use this, but it's not very necessary. And a bow, artisanal short bow, is what I got. Quickly before I start this fight, I want to show you what power stones I'm using. I'm using Itchy with stats tuning all the way up to strength. I'm going to try to do a little compensation on this fight. Give you a little thought process of what I'm doing here. Right here, I'm trying to keep my distance as much as I possibly can. With the bow, just shoot at him. And sometimes, if you get lucky, if you go far enough, right distance, he kind of just becomes nonchalant and AFKs, so you can just shoot him for free. This is very best of it. It's definitely a bug, obviously. But when you're done with the head phase, you could get close up and just hit him. Make sure to always use your wand. Always have that up 24/7. You got the mana. See, my mana recharges so fast when I'm doing this, because I'm not really using mana. I'm not using so flow. I'm not using the setups or the full armor setup. So I'm not using any mana at all, or so flow. And first hit phase, he's not gonna do much. He literally just walks up. You're not gonna really. You're in no threat of dying here. Hit phase, in the beginning, I want to try to get as many hits, and then once he starts ramping up in damage, I back away and use my bow. Sometimes these Endermen get in my way, and I have to kill them. Bystanders, they get in my way. Just how it goes. They just get in the way of my shots, basically. Sometimes he also obviously gets stuck in blocks, so I kind of have to angle myself. Yeah. Sometimes he teleports when you try to do the bug, and I'm not really sure how to do the bug, to be honest, but it kind of just happens. Right here, that guy kind of helps me, but obviously I'm in no danger of dying. I didn't really need his help, but I was literally just soloing the hit phases. Now obviously, every time that beacon comes up, you want to walk towards it. Try to take care of the little heads, the skulls. It's very easy. You just gotta angle yourself. Here, I'm sometimes not even using my Wand of Atonement. I'm just that goated. Just look at my health through the entire fight. I'm not even dropping down half for most of it, even when I'm not on my wand. And I'll go over the gear real quick. Artisanal short bow, Hypixel in the end, Wand of Atonement, Warrior Edge Katana, and final destination, 3/4 final destination with his zombie art. This is all the gear I went over in the beginning. It's just proof that I did it. I also traded killing a tier 3 voidgloom with nothing but ender armor and a titanic revive tar, but I made it about halfway before he just like completely destroyed me. So I don't know if it's probably possible, but it's just not very doable. But if you're also struggling, you could obviously use a zombie sword. That helps a lot without healing. But obviously it's not mandatory. It's a very unneeded. You could also use a power flux orb, but I tend to believe that these things kind of suck until you get to overflux. It like 50% kind of just sucks. It doesn't really replenish your mana for the time it's there. I don't really recommend using these things, but if you want, if you got the mana, which you do with this guide, obviously, you could use this. I also tried doing it with tier 4 Enderman with Final Destination, but again, same problem. It's just so much damage. It's probably possible, but I'm not sitting through this trying it for that long. And plus, I don't really have that much like experience with tier 4 void glooms. So maybe if I fought them a bit more, I'd probably be able to beat them. No sweat. But yeah. So if this guide helped you at all, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what helped you out the most, and if you want to keep seeing these types of guides, and maybe subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys all later.